shoes at the edge of the sand. Let the earth know I understand. Feel the whispers of the ancient land. Take me to Africa. Take me to Africa.
Okay, done sharing, guys. Welcome. A lot has happened today. Good to see you, Don Oscar, the beast. I see the beast over there, Mulishani. We are live both on Facebook and TikTok. Share, invite somebody, per Facebook, bari to sempinti. So the only way we can get an audience on Facebook is if you share. So spread the love. Sharing is caring. Chichi girl, I see you. Yes, so we are here, guys. Interesting day. We are living in interesting times. We have a couple of trending issues. You are free to join the panel on TikTok. And also, you are also free to follow me on YouTube so you can catch up on the videos that you have missed. So we have a number of topics today. Of course, the breaking news is we saw the president, His Excellency, although he doesn't like to call him Dr. Mr. Hakainde Hichilema opened parliament. We saw the beautiful gowns from the ladies. But the first lady was dressed beautifully as usual. And we also saw the vice president dressed beautifully, beautiful dress. It complemented her figure. She just looked awesome. So well done, ladies, for representing us. They looked beautiful, but I just wish they can wear our own, like they can utilize African designers, I love their dresses, but I wish they can wear like an African kind of vibe, bring out our culture in parliament in form of dress. I wish they would do that, but they choose Western. I still respect it. They still looked beautiful. Yeah, so that is the thing that happened today. Parliament opened. We saw the speech. And the other breaking story, we have a young lady who's a Zambian American political blogger. Ethel Chisono was nabbed at the international airport in Lusaka there as soon as she landed to attend her grandmother's funeral. So we shall talk about that. So we have the opening of parliament, and we have the issue of Madam Ethel Chisono nabbed at KKK. So I don't have an issue about nabbing Madam Chisono. I have the issue about how they nabbed her, like it was lawless, So we'll talk about that in detail. I don't support insults. I'm going to play some videos of Madam Ethel, what she used to say. But today, she has traveled many times to Zambia. I follow her. She has traveled many times to Zambia after the alleged, tapes, videos of profanity, but they spared her. But this time, they nabbed her. But my issue is not nabbing her, but how she was nabbed. So let us be clear. I don't support insults. I don't support profanity. So my issue with this nabbing of Ethel is how it was done. That is my issue with her. And then we are here, a young couple who is a close family of the Lungu family were shot at somewhere in Kazungula. We haven't received confirmation of their condition, but news reaching us is that a young couple who are close to the Lungu family driving back from South Africa were shot at, like serious gun wounds somewhere en route to Lusaka, Kasungula area. So that's another breaking news. Another breaking news is that 3 Zambians were shot dead in Chilabombo area for smuggling ubunga. So 3 Zambians were shot dead for smuggling 5 bags of millimil. Yeah. So 3 Zambians shot dead for smuggling trying to smuggle five bags of millimil somewhere in Chilabombo area, and it is alleged that ZNS officers shot dead these 3 people. So that's another breaking news. ZNS allegedly kills 3 people over smuggling, and I will comment on that. So let me see. I think I will talk about the Chisono issue last. So yeah. So my last topic will be on Ethel Chisono's nabbing, and then we can open the floor on TikTok. But you are free to join in. Akunakulala. Love you too. By directors, by Charles Mulutula, I see you. By Carol, I see you. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you, by Charles. Yes, I see you. Much love from Queen Pumi from USA. La Pama Airport. I was just laughing. I was laughing. You know, I'm not laughing because Nachuama, but we shall talk about it. This nabbing of Ethel, we shall talk about it as a last topic because it's very serious. It's funny to me when people are threatening me to say, "Kwa shala iwe," you know? Oh my God. Really? Undercover, somebody attacked you? That is sad to hear. That is sad to hear. So, yeah. So people are wishing me to say, "Kwa shala iwe quick at Angoisapa airport." I'm like, okay. Let me just talk about other things. I'll talk about this issue here, kwa Ethel Chisono, as my last topic before I open the panel on TikTok. So for the parliament issue, it started by last night. My first topic, I'll talk about the parliament. It started last night. We saw online the pictures were flying all over the internet of the president in his office working to deliver the speech. And the first thing that struck me when I saw the pictures of the president in his office, it was an old school office. There was no technology there. There was no computer. There was no laptop. There was no phone. And that's what grabbed me when I saw the president in his office. And people were saying that is an old photo. How old exactly? Because we are living in a digital and technical world. And the president himself, he promised to say he will hire qualified technocrats to take over the ruling of Zambia. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of blown away to see the state of the office of the president lacking technology, because technology is key. There is a digital footprint. It makes everything easier. It shows transparency. So, okay, yesterday I saw the president's office. It really looked old school with a clutter of a lot of papers and around his desks and whatnot. There was a bookshelf there. I'm like, okay. I'm reserving my comments. I'm reserving my comments on that. But I did not like the sight of that office, really, to be honest. So we go to the office. We come to today morning. Okay. Everything went on fine. The ladies looked beautiful. The first lady and the VIP, they dressed beautifully. Then we come to the subject matter of the speech, which we were waiting for. The subject matter, I think, I didn't listen to it because I knew it would be rhetoric. nothing really like groundbreaking or something that's like going to shake Zambia. Say, hey, you know, remember the days of Kaunda when Kaunda was having a press conference? All our ears would be on the radio to say, you know, and then we are just waiting to hear that news that's going to light our fire and, you know, ignite our belief in the government. But again, it was rhetoric today. The president came there. He said a couple of conflicting statements. And one of the statements which he made is about taking people to court. I thought it was really like hypocrisy, because right now we haven't buried Valungu because the governments of the president took the ECL family to court, and the 3 months down the line we have not buried. So I think that was kind of conflicting for the president to say resolve matters when there is an active court case against the Lungu family right now. So moving away from that, we shall talk. I'll play an audio about this, the Maize scandal. That is another thing that we are dealing with, the Maize Gate. I think there is a conflict. This conflict has been brewing between the United States ambassador and the GRZ. We have had conflicts brewing between the United States, actually not the ambassador, the United States. We have had conflicts brewing between GRZ and the US government. Now, because the US government representative is Gonzalez, we are saying that there are conflicts between GRZ and Gonzalez, but it's not really a conflict between GRZ and Gonzalez. It's conflicts between GRZ and the US government. So now these conflicts are really stemming from the lack of accountability and the failure of the GRZ. So this is just my opinion. I can say it. I cannot go to jail for giving checks and balances, but praising Amwamfwa. Bahaka Inde Ichilema was in opposition for 20 years. And among the reasons why he went to jail or prison or he was arrested, there was no reason that HH was arrested for giving checks and balances. Myself here, I don't insult. I just give checks and balances. So even me, you will not see me in any jail because I offer checks and balances. I don't insult anyone. But Hakainde himself, he was never taken to jail for offering checks and balances. So let's that be clear. So now we are talking, there is this feud which has been boiling between the US government and GRZ. And on the US government front is the ambassador who is representing US interests in Zambia. Now we know that United States is a major partner in our health sector, in our economy, agriculture. A lot of Americans have got humanitarian work there, US aid and whatnot. They are heavily vested in Zambia. Just the American government without looking at American individual business partners in the country. They have a heavy stake. The government, US government and US citizens and companies and NGOs, they are fully vested in Zambia. The United States cooperating partners, what they call them. So these partners have been in Zambia since, I don't know, since independence. They have been working amicably. There have been differences, but differences have never come to our ears. You know, we know that in any relationships there can be disagreement, but now that ever since UPND came in power, the disagreements between these two governments are actually coming out in public. They are coming out in social media. They are coming out through the ambassador making a statement to his own people, or even the ambassador has questioned why taxes have not been collected, you know. And I'll play one of the highlight clips which affect their relationship. I'm playing this because the president talked a little bit about it, just to remind us of what is really going on. Because the president kind of made a swipe. He didn't say names, but we all know what he was talking about. So I'll just play this tape, and then you will be the judge. I'll reserve my comments. You will be the judge. But besides that, we saw a lot of, the speech was long. A lot of people were dozing. There's a viral video of someone actually sleeping in the middle of the whole presidential address. I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah. So, let me just play the video. Let me just play the video here in a minute.
We needed the maize to feed our people. And I see people are clubbing these issues and making confused statements and even enjoying the lead statements from people who don't understand what is happening. Let them argue because they're ignorant.
Beginning of the drought, the Zambian government signed a contract with Tanzania for 650,000 metric tons of grain to be imported from Tanzania. Paid for 195,000 tons of that, and not all of that has even reached the country yet. And the cost was 40% over the prevailing market rate at the time the contract was signed. And so, before we knew of the contract, the United States, as a partner, as a compassionate friend of this country, contributed $20 million to address food insecurity and drought. Only to find out that you're paying 48% higher than you should to get grain, and you're not even taking what you received.
So this is some of the problems I think that are going on between the US government and the Zambian government. There is the issue of this $20 million which was donated for drought relief, and the money was paid to get a mataba from Tanzania, and the maize never arrived, and they paid 40% over the market price. So this is one of the issues that the government is having with the US government. It's a matter of corruption, because really if you donate $20 million to a government to alleviate hunger, and then that $20 million ends up disappearing. The $20 million disappears, and the quotations, they are 40% over the market price, and the maize is not delivered. And we saw the president talk about that. So really, I don't know where this relationship is gonna go, because we saw also the ambassador, when he was emotional talking about the systemic theft of drugs. In Kitwe, there was an anti-corruption conference that was held there in Kitwe, where the same ambassador talked about the 500 million uncollected tax. And then when the cyber law was signed secretly into law, if it had not been for the US ambassador, we would not have known that there was a cyber bill which was signed, because it was signed secretly. It was signed secretly. So the ambassador came out and told American citizens to watch what they say, because there was a cyber law. And then that's when we saw Chabinga come in and attack the ambassador. Fast forward, we have the Chisono mining accident, where, I don't know, over 1 million metric tons of dangerous chemicals, after the dam exploded, the dam barrier exploded, chemicals have been dumped into the river, causing a deadly disaster in the life in that river and to our citizens, and the government has downplayed it. And we saw whom else, this Simue attacked the same ambassador for doing his job, for warning American citizens to evacuate Kitwe. So we see that the government is not doing their job, and the U.S. ambassador is doing his job to inform Americans who are affected. And now we see Simoa issued that statement, and I issued a statement to say if a government is supporting Simoa, they should distance himself. So we saw the president talk like that today. So which means, you know, something is going on. Something is going on. But all I can just appeal to the HH government to find a way to work peacefully with the U.S. government, because they are our largest stakeholder and cooperative partners in healthcare and many other economic activities in the country. Already they have suspended $50 million US contribution to the drugs, and because of that, I was reading somewhere today that I think 3,500 people will lose jobs permanently because of the U.S. withdrawal of the drugs from to Zambian government because of the corruption allegations. I cannot be a target, but David Chinyumbu, this is where we are saying you cannot target people for speaking, for doing checks and balances. That is dictatorship. I am coming to Zambia. Let them arrest me, but let them have a reason to arrest me. They cannot arrest me for issuing checks and balances. Bahaka Inde Ichilema was in opposition for 20 years. He was never arrested for issuing checks and balances. Even myself, I issued checks and balances against PF. PF never arrested me. I traveled to Zambia many times under PF rule as I was giving checks and balances against the PF government. So you were David whatever Chiambu Banoko will be arrested Nabawi. So not in. I know my rights. I am a certified human rights consultant. That's why I don't insult. I speak politically correct. So if you want to arrest me, you will arrest. Your arrest of me is a crime. You'll be committing a crime because I have not committed a crime. Offering checks and balances is not a criminal activity. So don't silence us. Mwina lete chintinya pano tatutobere chintinya wamfwa iwe David. You are not going to shut the country down by threatening them with arrest. Arrest us. We are ready to go in. Amajele bapangira abantu. Usha amajele bapangire finama. Bakusheko fiana amajele bambe ni okulundako. Mwamfwa ba David. Uya ubebe ba Zambia police nga bakula chita omuntu onse olelanda checks and balances atukesa kukakira pa airport. We are ready to go in. Bakusheko fiana amajele bambe okuchita expand. But we shall not be quiet just because you want to rule in 2070 when you have failed to deliver in 4 years. But you want to rule and enjoy the benefits of Zambia alone. Meanwhile, when Zambia vale chula. We are not going to allow that. So, Edia Shidu. So, me now, that is on the side note. Now, I am calling Edia Shidu. Idia kwa Ethel Chisono. Because me and Ethel, we are both living in the US. So, Ethel traveled to Zambia. She has been nabbed. Next, people like Davy, ignorant people like Davy, are telling me you are the next target. You can target me for all you want. I don't care. Come and arrest me. But have a case against me. You arrest you so that you want all the cyberspace to be quiet so that you can peddle your lies and propaganda. No. So, Elia Shido. So, we have problems between the US government and the Zambian government, and it was quite evident from what the president said today. So we just hope that they'll find a way to resolve their problems amicably. Now, moving forward to the next topic is the Lungu family funeral impasse is still going on. The president talked about resolving matters out of court. So then my question is, why does he have Attorney General pursuing the Lungu family there? If on the other side today he was saying, let us resolve matters out of court. Yes, so that's my question to him. And then the other thing, Bakabesha, I saw something flying around. I don't even want to comment. Where he's saying, oh, you know, Zambians are lazy. Zambians are not lazy. You know, Mweba lazy ni mwebo. How can you say Zambians are lazy? Bakabesha, have you ever taken money from your pocket to Mambo Kulisha ma Zambians? Paktumulanda tama Zambians bali lazy. Have you ever fed the Zambian person? Ushiri bruru obe. Stop insulting the Zambian people. Mwalivula malaiti mwalishitisha. Ama Zambian nomba bale kula lole shafe kulilesa kumulu. Zambians are just praying noku ikata omutimati. Let this election come quickly so we can vote these people out. And from there on muleba tumfiati bali balezi. Bali balezi, how hard do you want them to work? When you don't, you are exporting all the minerals. There are no industries. Amalite mwalichita export. Eh? So how do you want people to work hard? When you're not creating an enabling environment for the people to work hard. How? It's an insult. So, Bakabesha Mwandini, just go and withdraw that case. Actually, me, I expected to withdraw that case for the Lungu family so that the Lungu can bury how they want. Maybe they can come to the government and seek guidance. This is what should happen. The Lungu family should be left alone to bury Balungu, and they can seek guidance to GRZ, Chapwa. It's not vice versa. The Malanji issue is a baby thieves. 11 million is a baby thief. Ngatuambe okulanda pali theft or corruption by these two governments, UPND and PF. PF turned out to be baby thieves. Vale butafi. Na Siya1 alilandile. Siya1 is on record saying, ukuiwa kwa ba PF, no kuiwa kwa ba UPND. Ba PF vale buta. You are celebrating over 11 million for Milanji when these people baleiva impia shamataba impia shabalanda kuli drought. There is a drought by ambassador by US yafunya 50 is it 20 million? Yeah. There is a drought. US government releases 20 million to buy a matababaiva. They are stealing money to buy food for drought. And you can talk about Malanji. They are stealing drugs, life-saving drugs. Baleiva, imitishama HIV, malaria, whatever baleiva, impia, nemitisha kushtira babalande miti baleiva. Can you compare umuntu 11 million na baleiva balanda? Drought relief money baiva. Can you compare this? Fake report billion, 3 billion ideya. Oof, bare nyo paule impia. Fake report impia sharia. Fake report 3 billion, 80 million US dollars by mistake yadi ya ku China. Zesco. Elo ku Zesco kotwa mfanomba ama kada baba UPND bali pango tuma company utwingi mu Zesco mulia ebale shamalite. So ama check singa ya isa from Botswana, Namibia, Congo, shai ngira fe Mozambique one day boom sha bouncer. Money is out. Shai mpia kunankan. Offshore account. You can talk about 11 million which is pocket change. Insoni ebuntu. And we can't even talk about corruption because we are just targeting the PF. Inga corruption ile chitika under Bahaka Inde's nose. This corruption happening under Bahaka Inde's nose. Who's paying attention? Who's paying attention to that? So area shiryo ala muipekanya. That's why Gilbert Liswaniso alisa pali adi iliade ninkwato tuma tapes kwa Gilbert Liswaniso. We are going to, it will be criminal if we lose power in 2026. Yes, it will be criminal because ukaya kujiele Liswaniso. You have to explain if you wapoke yama shares ya mine yadia. That's why Liswaniso kuti alanda pale na ishiba. Ukweba tumuteko nga bwachinja Liswaniso is alea kujeli. Liswaniso is going to jail because he is a public servant. Kuti atashani accept ama shares. Those shares are a bribe. Many people are jail bound. That's why they will do anything and everything to ensure that they stay in power, which is connected to Bill 7. Talking about Bill 7, I am happy the president didn't mention anything about Bill 7 today. Let Bill 7 stay dead over there. We never want to hear anything about Bill 7. Let it stay ukokwini. Weka iletapo. 11 million is pocket change compared to 80 million. Mwamfa ba Teresa imu. How many times is 11 million ile ingira mu 80 million? How many times is 11 million going to go into 80 million? How many times is 11 million going to go into 3 billion in 1 year? Eh? At 1 billion taxes was not collected in another year. We are dealing billions of dollars. So how many times is 11 million into billion, into just $1 billion? Ile ingida muinga $1 billion, 11 million ile ingida muinga. Education is free. Kasambileni free education. Tamaleta free education. Today mnyema 11 million is pocket change muletari. Eh? I am not in support of insulting Shituka na inepano. I am not in, I don't support profanity or any kind of insults. You almost all that PF yali criminal. Na imwe you are bigger criminals by UPND. One for almost sinkara. If PF was a criminal, it was a baby criminal. Imwe you are grandmaster criminals by UPND. Mule iba muma billion na muma trillion. Mula ikatila pakaramba. Fia balanda babe mbachi wa umana fiala omina limo. Efyo mule chita imwe ba UPND. So how dare you talk about ka 11 million? When imwe mule iba muma billion na ma trillion. Eh? So filafine mule kakabobe neba 11 million na imwe mwipe kanye. Olo lungu abe sakalanga wabale iba ma bilioni. Iwenga olanda lungu ali ni sakalali ni baby thief. Imwe ni mwe baba grandmaster. Ni mwe baba teacher baba sakala. Mwe wale ibira ma bilioni. Kebe wiswefyo. Na wewe ne ukafwa wamfwa. Iwe Teresa ukekalilira. Iwe Teresa bushe wakufiere mwana kashinangu wafiere kumuntu nangu kuchinama because ukafwa. It's just nonsense. I just marvel at people who say people enough, like they are celebrating people's death, like they are going to live forever. Are you immortal yourself? You are not mortal. Wamfa. Na wewe ni ukafwa. Hello, awona mulelu mbulachi baleiba. Ukuiba kale kwa isa, they were not the first and they are not the last to steal. That's why na imwe muleiba. Hello, imwe you are grandmasters of stealing. Mulima professor bakuiba. Nama doctorate mukuiba mwadi kwata. So aba muleiba tibaleiba limbi kuti tuwabeba ti ma baby thieves. Ba kwata tuma certificate tuwakuiba. Nomba mumakwata ma doctorate muli ma professor ma master's degree mukuiba yo makwata. So shut up and sit in the corner there. Don't come here and write nonsense. Hi, Chichi girl. What's your ampesh about pressing?
Let's take a Madam President.
Ndese kaneka after namushout.
Madam, abantu abana bakwata strategy yakweba tinga bamona mwaisa apa abapera tubantu okwacha bese parliament mu kumichita disturb kula batume tofine mwa batuma you send them back packing
Ba PF bakwete tuma certificate twakwiba nomba imwe ma grand masters bakwiba mukweta ma doctorate na ma PhD ati bakanyeka.
They want to paint Abanabo black, but meanwhile, did they miss the confession of their chief praise singer, Siazozo? They missed that.
I need to find it and play it. Into mineni
yes.
I need to save those. Yes.
They were stealing change.
They are babies.
Corruption which is going on in Kudakuna and Tani. Never pay a bam shut up plan in Aleko Kulanda, Achin, I don't know what in tent, Kanshina and a decent back and read a back and once a very Mishna, Mishna, but in Paris, Shololo Maleko Kulanda. We ought to move what nation, but you know what I'm not happy about is Gambians people. Bamishna Maleko Kulanda for the sake of what? Not 20 million Valempera. Now 50 million shatapula pagam back and and then when somebody comes there and is talking about issues, mambo kulangati, do you think $11 million ni change compared to if president 8 million, 11 million, which one is bigger? Which one is bigger, 8 million or 11 million? 500 million and 11 million.
Imagine.
Which one is bigger?
Billion, not 3 billion.
350 or 650 million. How much is it? How many does 11 go into 650? 5 times. So which one is whatever is small here? To get change. If I for they're looking at numbers. The problem is the matter of doing numbers. What to doing numbers? Hello, ways up and to ever this and this. What to the facts? We some push up our president. This woman is well researched compared to Naimwe Fikopo. I'm here school.
Why is a Kwashala
teacher this one. It's very, very sad. And then, just like you've said, the president comes. I'm yet to dissect the speech, but like you've highlighted, I picked a few things here and there. And one of the things is what you've highlighted very well. You were talking about we should not be going to court. Court should be the last thing. Meanwhile, at that time, you've taken the Lungu family to court. Does that ring to you to say, what am I saying? Am I listening to myself? President why we are saying it's a rhetoric speech is very simple. A speech with no measurable action attached to it is rhetoric. And because we've been listening to the same things, you go to say, no, we can't take people to court and everything. You know, you've taken people as an action-oriented president. At that point, you should have even said, at this point, I direct Attorney General or whatever it is, who actually withdraw the case to show that there is action attached to your words. That way, it stops being a rhetoric speech, Mr. President, if you don't know. Let's look at the issue of land. We've identified the land for construction of airport in Choma, in whatever. Okay, those are some of promissory notes. Other promissory notes, rhetoric. It will be starting when? We don't know when it will start. Is there a... Can you say that is the whatever? That's rhetoric. Oh, we are aware of the load shedding, whatever, and this and that and that and that. Mr. President, you stay in a house where there's no load shedding. So don't put yourself in that. That's why you don't feel the pain of Zambians staying for 24 hours with no power. People are subjected to 3 days, no power. You know, they are surviving. And you have Zesco come to say, oh, ERB, is this the ERB? They come and say, we are going to increase the tariff. They increased tariff to, I don't know if it's a year ago, or a month ago, or a few months ago. People have been paying high tariffs. Was there any change? Did we see any change in the delivery of power for the ordinary Zambians? No. Again, you come and then again you increase the tariff for the poor Zambians. So when you pay, let it show. That's what we are saying. Zesco, at the expense of Zambians. Mr. President, I'm oriented, but I pretty much done that. I feel the pain for the Zambian and everything. So for it not to be rhetoric as last year, you should have said today, I've instructed Zesco to stop exporting power. That is action-oriented, Mr. President. And that way, their speech will not be rhetoric. Don't hear to say people are saying rhetoric. It's such kind of things that we're talking about. Say, we have seen this, and because of this, I direct Zesco to stop exporting power. Today, it's a directive. What is direction? Stop the pace for Lungu. That is it. And it stops being rhetoric, Mr. President. We are now telling you, yes, who are saying we are not rhetoric people. We don't want rhetoric. Because people will start saying, never see them under rhetoric. I'm going to be ambition. I know Zambia is trying something by Mr. Rhetoric. That to the fire, if you to the fire, Mr. Rhetoric, you are Mr. President, the president of the country of Zambia. But they will start saying, they are saying rhetoric. Rhetoric is because you say things the way you said them last year, the way you said them the other year, and no action attached to that. Nothing. What's a police direction? No police direction. That's the police direction, Mr. President. I'm going to increase the irrigation land under irrigation. We are going to increase. Didn't we have the same thing last year? There's no action attached. That's why it's called rhetoric. I'm highlighting a few examples. I'm still trying to pick a number of issues which will come. And if I find something which is very good, I'll also come and say, okay, this is good. But for now, why it's called rhetoric is what I've highlighted. Then we have this girl who was we thought she was a very good girl because now she was praising the president, she was praising them. So we thought she had joined them, she's with them. This girl for the Ethel Chisono Edward, she's a US-based, I think she's Zambian citizen, something like that. He comes into the country, you nab and whatever. Just like we said with why me, we don't subscribe to the insult. We don't. Under this platform, we go politically correct. We want to say things politically, and that's what Madam President was saying. We are giving checks and balances. And if we give checks and balances on the issue of accountability, does not amount that you should be the next to be arrested. You are even proud to say you are next to be arrested. Have you ever heard Madam President here insult you? A praise singer. Just because now I'm to 20 people, you come and tell us she's next. Next for what? For making the president to say, Mr. President, I'm holding you accountable for the things that you are doing. And why do we always go to the president? It's because if you follow very well, Madam Narumango, when Varungo was the president, he said it. Mr. President, all this is pointing to you. We picked that and we will run Mr. President to say, Mr. President, things are not correct in the country, and you are responsible because you are the head. If anything goes wrong, you are the head. At Isa Yukola, Yambila Kumutwe. So, so all these things we're talking about, you put to a president. Anything. He himself said it. All this is what? Lack of leadership. So even us, when we said that, to say, Mr. President, this is lack of leadership, does not mean that we've insulted the president. No, we are holding accountable on that basis. So that girl, US-based, America, to say all those things on America, so, and then Isa Kunukudambia, at she has been nabbed. Okay. No, but there's no problem. What was wrong in you people waiting for the girl to reach her house? Tomorrow, take a call out to her and tell her to say, Madam, we are calling you to come to the police to come and explain yourself for this. Not somebody just arriving at the airport, you abduct her. Because what I hear is an abduction. It's not even an arrest, madam. That is the allegation, is it alleged? It's alleged that she was abducted, not actually arrested. So those are the issues. It's a process that we're talking about. The process. Principle. What is the principle? Those are the things. And then when we talk about those things, please don't tell us that we have insulted. No. We are just telling you do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we will not talk about it. You go and abduct somebody and not arrest them. They're two different things. She has violated the law and everything. Follow the right channel. Go to her house, give her the call out, let her come to the police station, and you interrogate her. If she has to go to jail, we don't have a problem. But the way you are dealing with issues, the whole round has been done. I don't know which case she should be given or whatever. There's a lot to be said. So for me, I'm looking at all those things. I don't know, Madam President, I don't know whether those are the other issues that you spoke about. Yeah, the topics. Anyway, we are here, but for now, let me maybe give a microphone back to you so that you can either amplify more or give the microphone to the daughter of King Jesus. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Powerful. We are here, my man, to power tap. Share. But daughter of King Jesus, are you ready to come in? It's a hot topic tonight. The president opened his last parliamentary session. Imagine, my man, time flies. Can you imagine? This should be, if elections are not rigged, we want to bakwalesa. My election ingayapita free and fair. Ba HH bali rusaka the election. This is filamwachi ba monarero ni last yabo. And the unfortunate part is on his last address, instead of him giving us results to deliver what he has done in the past 4 years, he came to give promises. He came to issue controversial statements. I'm like, wow. So he has lost this election. Let us be honest now, HH. Like, if you have been in power for 4 years and your last address to parliament, you are not addressing the people on your accomplishments. Nishiwapona. Now, he actually conceded. Because he has nothing to show in his speech. There are no deliverables. He had a 5-year mandate. And what has he done in this 5-year mandate? He has sold the country down the river. After 4 years of his presidency, everybody quit my business. Zambia ilimumino ya abenafialo after 4 years. Amalaiti yalimumino ya abenafialo after 4 years. Tapari, he has nothing to show. Na bafilwa. It is a shame, really. So for me, for this speech, it's like a speech to accept, to concede defeat. Tapali, there's nothing he can ever tell us again. Because apalelo, va HH lelo, speech yabo ya, ingachita kick-off campaign based on what he has accomplished in the 4 years. But he can't come, after 4 years in power, come and promise to build an airport. Are you kidding us? You can't come and tell the Zambians it's better to resolve a court case out of court when you have the burial of the former president hanging there in South Africa for 3 months. That city is done. Basically, I can say, to summarize it all, the president is done. Iwe waulala that give us an alternative bantu. Iwe tauri mwaomete chiwiminine. Bahaka Inde is a man just born of a woman, just like you and me. Bahaka Inde told us of his humble beginnings. It doesn't even come from money. But he managed to be a president. Ingaiwe. So the challenge is for you, every Zambian. You can be a president of Zambia. Anyone can be a president. If you Kulanda Takulu presidency, it's just brainwashing us. Perhaps to think that we are, at this point, chimono mwa umenga waliupo mwana kashoronga waliupwa. If you ponga nafika no kubomba, chawama wabasingo. So don't bring this notion here. Iya kwa batu mule tufurunganya ma brain at there is no opposition, so it's better. No. It's like if you are married and your marriage is not working, you'd rather be single. Nga wali kwata diabetes, ukuru kulebola kuputuro ukuru. Tabalanda ati yo festi, chen tukafwa echi prostheniki, ichu ukuru kwa kupianikako, eo tukesa kuputuro ukuru. You have to cut that leg because it's gonna kill you. And this is what's happening to this government. We have to chop it off. If we stay with this government, Zambia kashale misakalalande mievafi. Pollution, oxynomine, like everything, imichita kwaba, the whole country is being dystopia. Ikawa kwati yama dystopian movies to tamba the future. Zambia ikawa ghost country ya vipasana. People will be dying from hunger, disease, and everything. Wow, these people, they enjoy. Abena diswaniso. Abena, you will die poor. So, apa number, encourage your relatives, register to vote. Ile isuka mass voter registration ile isuka. You can't promise to build an 3 airports 7 months to 7 months to voting day. What time are they going to campaign? If they want to focus on building airports, which they haven't built in 4 years, they have failed to finish the dual carriageway. 275 meters, kilometers, Ndola Lusaka, in 4 years. So if they didn't build that road in 4 years, so which means even the time they leave the office, I don't think they'll be able to complete that road in 4 years. Impia bai bafe badi yafe shirempia shakunapsa. Shadi yabadi nyo Paula. Iya shiyakwa Ethel. Tudela that Ethel ale tukana. Ninkwata video ya kwa pabati nshaichi tena play. Ilimoma group with Batumu Kashana. She was vulgar. But what we are against is the way she was apprehended. Follow the law. Tuwalikwata system. Umuntu kumuntu mina ka call out aya police station mwamuchita charge. Mwabashani kanshi ba UPN umuntu alesa ku chiro chaba mbuya bakwe mwayamteka museo mulefu aleroshesha mu police seo. Mwabipashani mitima kanshi mwe ba UPN. Ba Zambia police ba Reha Monga na Ponga ni ba Musamba. Ba Grafa yo Musamba oro ba Jack Mwimbu. How can you be so cruel? This lady, she didn't say that to Kene Mailo. Kale to Kene, they're actually years old. Those insults are from the archives. She didn't insult today. But she waits somebody when they are down coming for a funeral. And the fact that she flew all the way to Zambia, meaning she was very close to her grandmother for her to travel to that funeral. When are you going to stop beating people when they are down? It's cruelty. Mulandu si ubola, but Mr. Bamukakire, even she came for ECL funeral. Tabamukakire. Number padela ishibati, umuntu ali broken. Bambuya bakona bafelo bayamusenda. If that you are evil, you are cruel. Mulandu si ubola, but mulesala because uyu mulandu, he is not a murderer. But I actually murder someone, Inoki. How long did you take to go and pick them up? Ama murderer, I'm taking it how long, whatever. Mulea namkuba senda mfimi yotoke fia endele rokusenda ma murderers. Number muli civil case, a simple hate speech case. Instead of shari papo muntu ushe. Umuntu alesa kuchiro mwayamusenda museo omu alelo osesha. Mwabipasha ni miti makanshi ba UPND mwe wantu bakwalesa. Mwelesa mwabafunishe kuisa ba UPND. Ama kwa watu mwana aye ndo kuyafika kuja mkurosha. Mwamu you throw her in a police cell. What kind of cruelty is this? You want to torture people. Perhaps when somebody is down, opo mwaya na imwe beating a person when he's down. That's cruelty of the highest order. Chimono kweba sinuewo bruwa kwa devil. Like you are a devil incarnate. You thrive on oppressing people, on doing maximum emotional torture. Alilanda Ethel taletino kuya museo. I was watching her video. She says, I'm not scared. But the fact that she told you she's not scared to go in jail, you picked a time when she's aggrieved, she's down, to do a double torture for her. Arachimono bulo shiba UPND if you mchtamulekele nikonga mule umfwa. Let the girl go bury her grandmother and you come and deal with her. What kind of nonsense is this? Already balungu marikano kushika kuria. It's like you like oppressing people during time of funerals. I want to kuli balungu kuria the lungu family bale imatwaye mkushika. From instead of going to bury mwapasa ukushika. Abantu instead of mkushika balungu bambo kuya kumakoti. Muli wantu bashani. The same thing you have done today. Instead of mwa ichete wae mkushika bambuya bakwe. Alimo police cell. Mwa mchitanab. But directors, vale nyo paule mpia wa UPND. Vale nyo paula tabale nyo pawila pa nono. Ukepshewa mno konga bali banomo. Kutuwaisa mkuipshene nali banomo. Kepshene no konga ali banomo. Pantu no konga ali banomo tetuwise mkuipshene ngana ali banomo. It means no ko elsha kwana. Waumfwa. What's not normal is arresting someone who's coming to their grandmother's funeral. Immediately they land at the airport, you take them in abduction style. We are not supporting insults, but we are saying have empathy and sympathy. Let somebody go and finish her business. Type yo muntu Ethel. Ninseleti arandi. That is abnormal behavior where leaders do not show or practice empathy and sympathy. They do not want to mourn with the grieving. They want to interfere with people burying their dead. Madam,
just on that one, sorry to cut you short. Let's compare the way the vegetarian arrest with Maria Zaromes Navena vegetarian murder case ya kwa ulia sinfu. It had to take people to sing how many days?
No, kusaina petition.
Exactly.
Murder case. Elo na yoku mumata futi efili yako. If they kill you quick, infutis kill you quick. This guy was tortured and he died from the beatings. So it was a painful death. We had to sign a petition singing every day. Mwikateni. We don't even know what happened to murderers. Ngabadi bana mumaseo. Pantu bali bamona balepita na muma Range Rover. Mulusakom. We don't know. Elo mundu amasele fyo kulanda fefini ali tukane and say yes. mkakeni, but let the girl go and bury her grandmother. Have some empathy and sympathy. This is what we are saying. You can't be so cold-hearted. Like any burning and praising on you. Wale eba inati nshaba no more page pamwandi. Flight risk umuntu eshire nendeke na imwe. Mwali kwati obututu mune ilanga fi obututu. Umuntu afumine kwa America, let's say nena isa mu Zambia. I buy a ticket in Ganishena Emirates. I have to go back with Emirates. If I'm a flight risky, they can nab me at the airport on my date of departure. Olonga wati send us a passport yakwe. Ukwe wati give us your passport. Nga wati report ku police tuka kubwesesha. Muni batutu sana imu. Wati wa Jubilee mad. Picture na muama mpaka profile picture, but mulena ndefi ya bututu. Where can I go if I land in Zambia and I have a criminal case in the Shire Kuchiriro? All they could have done is like banjikatira passport or whatever document to say we want you to report to the police over this case before you go. So we are holding your passport until further notice. Ingai shirena American passport, state te American passport because they property out. Kuti wasenda NRC or Zambian passport over to the issue. So they can you bututu hapa. You think it was a turi watutu? Utter nonsense. Flight risk my foot. Umuntu ekala kwa America kuti apupuko obushiku ngana basenda let's say ngani passport aishire na yena or any other document or whatever. Or abantu kuti bayamusigna ngani banyina kwe bati okay banoko twala side say let your mother bakusign in a bond. Later banoko bashi NRC yabo pano tukai babo shanga waisayo. There are ways to do these things. Anyway, I'm done talking, guys. But impia barenyo Paula impia ba UPND. Shile fo kumfa UPND ale landa pali 11 million yaba PF. Imo mulenyo Paula ma billion. And then shamelessly mule anda pali ka 11 million ka pocket change. Blaze Zambia, good to see you. Coach Brian, he said mulande ko ba mami wenu banaka. Banaka kulanda ba mami wenu. Don Oscar, I see you. I'm handing over the baton. I'm handing over. Barenyo Paula mpia barenyo Paula today batamba. That's why Kaliswan is so Kaliland that it will be criminal to lose power. Na ishiba. Akalondola ashani mining yala mine akwata. Welcome by Apostle.
Yes, Mama, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm not good to me.
What happened?
Chishive nga tuli Mzambia nga tuli mdesert katwishi.
Tuli Mzambia, it is darkest before dawn. Tule amkwabuka.
Kochire charo chesu ichikatwishi mwandi.
Chile yo kusuma.
Aika.
We are going, but we have to keep fighting. Chile yo kusuma, it is darkest before dawn. We have to keep fighting. Okay, Don Oscar, I see. Tukesa wangu mailo. We'll come early. Go have a restful night. Yeah. Yeah, morning, my brother man. Anyway, I guess we can close. I know now we realize it's been a long day. It's kind of disappointing, you know. After the speech, we hoped maybe the president will redeem himself in giving his last speech. We thought she would, you know, surprise us with some good news, but it's like, oh my God, it's the same rhetoric. It's like, okay, you know. To aware of term 1 year by UPND, 5 years of nothing. Yeah. But has comforted Chan. But Blaze Mlefokwisa, do you want to come up? Otherwise, if people are not coming up, we'll close up and maybe come a bit earlier. I know abantu kuna balala bali mumayanda abantu na balala, so yeah.
How can we sleep in Zambia with all these problems we are facing?
So takuli kulala kula mfuira kofi.
Kuri kulala.
Hakuna kulala.
Yeah. People have suffered a lot. In all areas, all corners, there are problems everywhere.
Awe. Na rhetoric yawe otabakwata n'ensoni.
I think the post here, I reading our president in Ikuru, now instead of consulting from people who can rule the country, like those people is arresting when a Shimbagamburi, when a GPM, when a bulldozer, because the reason why he is arresting them, he doesn't want to hear the advices from them.
No, not even advice. Those are big voices. So he doesn't want that. You know?
For sure.
They are crowd pullers. Avena Bowman.
Yeah. I remember that speech for Mr. Rungwat. No, this man is a lacuna.
Alanira kuna mwandini. So again, dear praise singers, Limbitala yumfako ba praise singing. Tubali shisheko.
A clever church. You took over power. And you think that you are wise. You don't know how you got into power. That's why when I look at your cadres who don't know my relationship with you, who are going to, who when they know our relationship, they will faint. When I see them insulting me, I laugh. You think that UPN is a gift from God. This is a government of angels. No! Go to community, I will tell you, go to community house today. I swear, you are going anywhere you see Edgar Lungu, you bless him. You will know that Edgar Lungu was not corrupt. Edgar, what you call corruption that was taking place during Edgar Lungu was a baby. I'm going to be giving you evidence. The corruption that is taking place. If you doubt me, as I come with evidence, one of the presidential advisor at State House today, his family is the biggest mine supplier. Now, you are getting contracts using the influence of the government. How about the people? UPND, through their spokesperson, said that they are the one that we are sponsoring tribalism. So we have to apologize to the PF for accusing them wrongly. We have to apologize to Edgar Lungu for accusing him wrongly. We have to apologize to everyone that we offended, because surely I think they were innocent. If a home minister, government spokesperson, the mouthpiece of government says that they are the one, they were working together with Kamburi, insulting the Tonga people, bringing hatred among the people of Zambia. If the spokesperson can say this, it means we owe PF an apology. And I see one. In my next broadcast, I will start that. During the election in Zambia, there were 3 police officers, cyber police officers, that came from Uganda. I will tell you what they came to do, and I will tell you how everything that we did to put a church in power. When I come, I'm going to share with you. Many of you don't know that now, first time in the history of Zambia, permanent secretaries go to community house to go and sign document. It has never happened in the history. Ministers are actually crying. There are a number of ministers that are talking to me and telling me, see, what can you believe? Permanent secretaries going to community house to go and sign government document. You will hear what goes on there. I'm ready. But because unfortunately,
Mwangfa ati permanent secretaries yama file tumwene pa desk te. Kwenda na ma file okuya mkusainisha. What happened to technology, you guys? I'm just like, okay. 2026, we need to digitalize. If you say ni mumalaiti, takuli umuntu kola enda na ka file. Umuntu alenda na ka file okuya mkusainisha ku community house. Between the office and community house, fish fiara chitika. That's why nama paper la yala luba. It's so disgusting, guys.
I'm ready. But because unfortunately we have a president that knows everything with his people. I mean, you have traveled more than I don't know how many times. No single achievement, not even a single bridge. Edgar Lungu that we are laughing, we are calling corrupt. Look at the type of the quality hospitals that he was building. Look at the roads that he was making. Look at the schools that he was building. Look at the houses for the police. What has IMF done for the people of Zambia? They deceived you. You were flying. France, whew. England, whew. Even though there is South Africa here. Ghana that don't have anything. Ghana is like one state in Nigeria. Ghana is an extension. Nigerian extension. The way Malawi is to Zambia, that is how Ghana is to Nigeria. You fly, you fly, all those billions that you have wasted.
Yeah.
What is the result? What have you achieved? It's because you don't listen. If you were listening to us the way you were listening to us when you were in opposition, trust me, by now you are going to deliver. Now China has closed their door. How can a whole president visit a country and spend more than 3 days before meeting the president of that country? Has it happened ever in the history of the world? No! Because China don't want to have anything to do with you. If you listen to us, China was going to give you what is needed to develop your country.
Yes.
Next year, the campaign is going to be, tell us what you have achieved.
Mwangfa na chilanda.
Chief priest pressing our welfare land. Corruption young PFOs change. If I got to have the information, corruption was
changed. Dawn of power.
Yes. So I want to
parakasa. Internationally suka kale, but I want to confirm kwebati ila corruption ya rechitika. Kuriba PF ni baby kumuta taba PF. Vale buta. Kwa isa abeni ba mingalato. Bala yumfa no ku yumfa te. Bali ipera nation ati mingalato. Even the big boys ne mingalato. When I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be laughing. I shouldn't be laughing because this is not funny. I want to balefwa. But the big boys are in the house. Kumingalato. Tizambo mugwira pa mukosi. Like really? Now, you know about HH, they know about HH. He has signed parliament. Mwebena Zambia bayeche chinga bakekala mmomulya mu parliament. No kuta address again bake sure first session in 2026. Awe ine mukandabe mukamfunye mu Zambian politics yenu. Because eti mupeli omuntu 5-year mandate no tushimi. In his last speech, last assembly address, I sam kumichita promise. Inga 4 years he will change. Nana ndasi ya one. Let me play the last part. What's here one in the last part? Ukeba bantu ishi. Let me play that last part.
And what came out, madam, in the I'm cooking something for the youth. What happened? Was there something
more
big?
Promises, more lies. Eh? Kepikiria bana bobe if we are tired. Wopo wambilo kuipike tia kuleta fipia 5 years. We pick a fie. What are you cooking? I want to listen to the last part.
It's because you don't listen. If you were listening to us the way you were listening to us when you were in opposition, trust me, by now you are going to deliver. Now China has closed their doors. You can pretend. How can a whole president visit a country and spend more than 3 days before meeting the president of that country? Has it happened ever in the history of the world? No! Because China don't want to have anything to do with you. If you listen to us, China was going to give you what is needed to develop your country. Next year, the campaign is going to be, tell us what you have achieved.
Today, the president was supposed to tell us what he has achieved, but 0. Yeah. So I rest my case, Mwebena Zambi. I know now Wila abantu na banaka. People are disappointed. But you know, we keep pushing. We keep pushing.
And the achievement here, only 5 years, I'm a mashiro. No, the Bible is clear to say that when the good leader is on the throne, people celebrate and rejoice. But when the wicked one is on the throne, abantu barayifisafye efire sticker mwamona badadi weswe barenwa barishitashani, but economy yarifye bwino. More money in the pocket, sure, the promises of PF, it was witnessing on its own.
But Vice President,
the same big man, what is enjoying today, it is the benefit of the foundation of Varungu. Yet it wasn't considered to be a what? To be a president. Then you want to be recognized. Him we need to be recognized. Who is me? I don't know if I've got a president in Zambia. The throne is empty, to my knowledge. The throne is empty. There is no president. Me, I don't know any president in Zambia. The president that I know is Lungu. That's all.
Yeah, Mwandini. Anyway, people are alive. People don't want to come up. I think they are tired. They are disappointed. What can we say? You know, we'll be here. We'll not stop talking. Myself, I don't insult anyone. Yes, Sia One is an old video, but it doesn't. Sia One's video is old. Inga Chisono cho bamukakira chins. Ethel bamukakira teni old video na yene bamukakira. The fact still remains. Whether Sia One achirala anda fimbi, but he said it. Uyu Ethel Chisono lelo nafika Muzambia mkulosha bambuya bakwe bati bamukaka video ile yakale. So don't bring such irrelevant comparisons. One for you all Sia One.
Actually, that 11 million in change. So to have that, if we to land facts, not to shall put to land, not to support to meaning. We are in a brew, ever to every corruption in any change. So to a so foot, number, we all are very corrupt. I told you side Yama grand corruptors. So what does that tell us? So he has joined them. On top of everything, data, collected data, it will go on maybe to be used for the next 5 years. So for the next 5 years, it's still useful. So it's not all different. If we are looking at the data in there. So data like financial records, they go for 7 years. Yeah, exactly. So in Milan, I think they go for 7 years. But Ethel Chisono, video yakaleba ale aisa kuchiro wa musenda. Kaibale mnakwati kali mumule imba fame hapa mule imba tabeshwa timwe data enda pama fingertips. Mumule keko siya wan kabiyadi chinje ntemba naenda baka ye musenda. Nabena bakaisende bena baratukana lyonse selective application of the law. Nomba brother wako brother banda chifredali so nomba pa ifyo chitige ena ale mwakwati bakaya mwilira ngafika pa airport naenda bakaya mwilira naenda tapali ufite ari yakaba ni permanent refugee. Because his crimes are against the government, not against the person. Oh, my wife, you know? Those cyber laws were recently enacted. They can't use that to lock her up. For real. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Yeah? Atiba UPND Tabelela. Okay. They don't forgive. And that is the spirit of witchcraft. No, it's not even forgiving. They have selective application of the law. A problem back. Watabale salaula. Because the Bena is not that Tabale Tukana. Abale Tukana by Edgar Lungu Muchitumbi. Kutumwaisa mkaka Ethel watu Kenya kale abantu as a few weeks ago. A few days ago, bale tukana ba Edgar Muchidumbi, bale yendera. Yeah? We Moses we were and that no tukamutena tukamshita circumcise alikwe alifia are yendera. But you are more mwandi kuba send. Even if a papene so bara tukonga sana no mba ine patari ine patari ine. Tetu wakwanisha patari bara nkonga sana wapi wa UPND wati patari. Bambia pa tambo kupona na mastroke nshile wakwanga shine. I don't know what happened. People don't want to come. I've seen Lillian in the whatever. She doesn't want to come. I think Nabuila Kulia. Nabuila. So people are just listening in. Nabuila, want to Navad. Maybe tomorrow we'll try to come earlier. Yeah. Oh, but father, I'm just following up. Okay, yes. Okay. Almost midnight time. Yeah.
Imagine they have arrested that girl just from USA. Now, what of an epikironi?
Imagine.
Kaleisa.
Akatumbi Kaleisa. Kabale ila munganda. Yeah? Somebody, in fact, have been
insulted by these UPND Jan cadres, including the board of Vurungu.
Iweka Ivan zitio kwa before shila kublock awamfa ka Ivan zigondwe so lo ikonka ke lo inunkira fyo mulopa wabantu wakuba isenda babemba iweka Ivan zi
now naeve malamulo eve yana maro anapanga malamulo anapangira abantu omozi na wamozi opposition
echo ndelanda not only baku opposition uwa ku Eastern olo wa ku Bembalandi ngalanda fye chintu talale mu nganda wamfa iweka Evans taturekana. Yes, the law muntu, if somebody breaks the law, let the law follow everyone equal. Mune sala ulabaku abakula swakisha ba police.
Mama even Bible andati upingusho punishment judgment ikatambira mwanda ya kwaresa. Mwamona. So to show that you are it mwenani kani Zambia batata bafule batamba festo kulopa abana abobene
discipline. A charity begins at home. I discipline my children first. There is no way if you're ninga days up internet panomkulande into which I can't tell my children. I'm a hypocrite. I have to start the discipline my children first. Nava nabandibali shibatiba mami, she doesn't miss her words.
How come Madam like my father is saying comment that arrest Batuke Menda for insulting
you are even the tapayuku tukire. Era nomala ma brain yenu mali fulungana because umuntu ngalande shishinka chali aluka ninsele kuli imwe. Kuti maisanka kanokunka kaine panopondi. Ati apumolo alitutukana because of telling you the truth. Mwampangira pono na police case. But just know that your days are numbered.
Arrest Batuke Imenda for insulting.
Yes.
He was never arrested. He was never arrested. These are the things that we talk about. I go and arrest Chiwokola.
Now you in a difficulty now. The Nababa minister wakumuchi and Ishaba send them.
A person who can tell the former president to say, no one arrested him. The man dies. Those people are supposed to be arrested. Not you've not arrested him.
To investigate the death.
Why me? Because why me? If she didn't say why me, I let to Kanangale to Canada, Munive and Chukulunga, why me? But because he was the other side of the.
They get rewarded. They were Batuma. They were Batumoku Tukan. That's what we can say. Because in Gatabatumanga Balabaka. So they send people to insult. That's all we can say now.
Kama yonga mwaro desha again mwaramonati avena chipata na avena noven ebali musupu sana amonaka abambia bakuti barufya nyabashitashani filifye wino but one somebody from Eastern and somebody from Northern ebali patageti sana
Mwalanda chinka. It's true and on if from Mwalanda Nalapera
are free tefyo. Free.
It's his time now.
But I should have free until today. Never wish but whoever will talk about this, I will take the matter very far.
My dear, let's just keep our records. Ababambibai chenangu 2090 awe nabale bachitashudi bakafwa. But they will be answerable to these charges. That's why we are here to warn the young people. Think about your life. Don't be blinded. Ingori mwaiche, uli 18 years, 20 years, ule konkeresha baba ama senior citizens, ukulachita oppress the Zambians. Those people will die. Iwo ukashala, baka kuiminika mukoti to answer for the charges. We must tell them ratio. One for you at Kashani, Akachila and the Fiabu Pubapa. Kaisam Bepesha no Kumbepesha Ninka Tukana. Kanani Shinaka Evans. Condonation at the Abufi. You are Evans. I'm sure you are a young person. You have a whole life ahead of you. My advice to you is look out for your future because these people you are committing crime. Waka fwa. 2090 you'll probably still be alive. 2041 he is 60 years. He will not live until 2041 because of our lifespan. I will not be there until 2041. But you are young people, you will be there. And you will be prosecuted. Because this is history we are making here. You are documenting, you are incriminating yourself. So think about your future. Bambi, okay, I'm in my 50s. Bambi, bali muma 70 na muma 80. They are one foot in the grave. Bali mukuya. Nga kukonka fe naturally. Abenge bali mu government chumu. Tatu abalumbule na machina. Nobody's wishing anyone death. They are one foot in the grave. Bali mukuya. They have lived their life. Bonse kufwa umuntu wonse wafyerwe kufwa. Umuntu wa 60 years pano. If someone is 60 years, life expectancy is up to the early 80s. So if you are 60 years, you must be expecting to live until your 80s. And then there is what you call retirement. But you are pulling people from retirement into civil service jobs, and these people are stressed. That's why they are supposed to be kuma famu bale angana na abeshku. Muneba pela ma responsibilities. That's why ngawana mu umuntu taishwa no kita operate smartphone. Taishwa kupanga spreadsheet pa Excel. Taishwa Google document. Baishwa fyo kula sempa ukanefima file kwa tuli mu 19 pendef kono. Fya upuwa. Yeah. So ele ashiro mwe bantu bakwalesa.
I think my madam after to watch that dissect, we'll talk more on the speech because we just picked a few things here and there.
Yeah.
We didn't dissect it more. Maybe we'll have more something more to talk about.
Honestly, na speech ya wene fano kulanda po because there's nothing. He's supposed to tell us what he has delivered. So what are we going to talk about? His failures.
Yeah, so
and his lies.
And then, madam, there was one incident I think where people are talking about. I don't know how true this is about Jean Senga being assaulted by non-UPND cadre in full view of the police and other MPs to that parliament. Did you read that?
I saw it. No mbakatushi shimwe. Bashi bakano kukopa.
Yeah, it would have been nice to.
Even me, I read it and I saw it.
But how true is it a true story or not?
And even the police officers were there, but they didn't do anything.
Is it a true thing? But I've seen, I think, even Bilo posted and all that. And I'm told in the speech there was nothing like Bill 7, as we said, we should not have Bill 7. I'm told there was nothing to that he talked about.
Okay, this speech Bushapa Nani pa website.
I've tried to look for it when I searched it, and you won't believe it. I said there was no speech today.
Every today, but remember my speech na pen na paper, paka desk, no computer, no technology.
So I don't know whether the parliament page is there or not. I'm not sure. I need to check. Because I wanted to read this through and then understand the issues. Because I wanted also to focus. Did he talk about the environmental issues, especially?
He didn't. Tawalandirepo. Yeah, casino mine. Tawalandirepo.
So I thought this is state of nation affairs. Yeah, that is the issue. Or as usual, they are talking about, people don't know what they are talking about.
They are cover-up. The news on the ground is like one of Zambia's biggest cover-ups. International news is reporting it as a cover-up. Matters
that affect your own citizen.
But now woman akapina wasino mine.
Or it's the same issue of they don't know what they're talking about. Like in that video, did you see the video where somebody tried to put Ambassador Gonzala and the president when he's talking about the Maize issues, and he says those people don't know what they're talking about. Maybe it's the same principle to say they don't know what they're talking about. But these are the if something comes up, and somebody, I think on Blaze's show, I was in the background, I heard him say it's not things that they have spilled. I don't know how many metric tons of acid in the same cafe, wherever it is. And they're not looking at right now. Tawakawana can go and drink the water, thinking the water is okay. But in 1 year now, what will be the impact on the lives of the ordinary citizens? When you start having, I've seen stories, not stories. I've seen news on CNN where they are talking about people being rewarded, is it compensated for those who were affected by the 9/11. I think there were some issues that had a number of issues within New York that happened, and people were compensated. How many years are we talking about? And people I'm told have suffered, a lot of them are suffering from cancer and all that. I've seen that on CNN. So these are the things that we're going to be looking at. That population in Kitwe today, they are being affected by these pollutions and everything. In 10 years from now, or even 5, or even maybe 2 years from now, see the death rate, how it will be in Kitwe. We'll start looking at those dynamics. How is the population going to be impacted with that? You have people having different types of cancer. We have people who will be dying for different type of whatever diseases, and also out of the exposure that they have exposed themselves to because of that pollution that took place. We're not thinking about all that. We don't care.
Mm-hmm. This thing is serious. I've listened to a lot of reports. It is actually deadly because not only Kitwe town, Kafua flows all the way to Lusaka. Even people in Lusaka depend on the water from the same river. So it's not only Kitwe, it goes all the way Kafue all the way to the Zambezi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know we have there's a document which we have seen whereby UPND Vale Watuma Pama opposition blogs to come and write stupid comments. You are wasting your time. We know you are only doing it. It's a job. You have been paid to do it. But the sad part is some of you are still young, and you will live to be prosecuted when the UPND leaves government. Right now, you might be protected, So the same way you are prosecuted, other people are being prosecuted, you are also going to be prosecuted as well. So it might seem like a game to you, but it's not a game.
I've seen one guy called Maize. He's saying, which death rate are you God? Relax. Do you have relatives in Kitwe? Go to Kitwe right now.
If America knows where the family Mozambia,
Did you understand the impact? We're talking about impact. Impact might not be today, but what will be the impact come 2 years from now of what people have been exposed to? Come and start showing your ignorance here. Go and show your ignorance. And go and look for your relatives. If you don't have any relatives in Kitwe, go and now start saying, okay, I'm going to study this population from 2 years from now. These have been exposed to what? To acid. How are their lives going to be? We are not God, but we're telling you of science. We are telling you of the impact on the population.
I'm teachers free education grade 12. So what are they learning?
You are in Kitwe, but continue drinking that water. 2, 3, 4 years from now, go and check yourself very well. You come and remember this whatever. We are fighting for everyone who's been there and you are busy talking rubbish. Health impact. Go and ask your people who are in the hospitals. Go and ask them to say, I hear somebody said this and this and this and this. Is that true? They will tell you, yes, if you've been exposed to such kind of thing, your health would deteriorate for a number of issues.
I'm a cancer.
Cancer especially. People are suffering.
I'm
I've
a
just given an example.
yeah.
I've followed the stories on CNN where they've talked about people who are exposed to a number of things and what is going on. We are telling you that, and then you want to say, we know you. Who are saying the truth. Do you come here and start showing your ignorance? Nonsense.
But praising up to Alika Walande Phoebe. At Pamalight Bachiland, I cannot make up promises on electricity. Just give us more time, says HH in Parliament.
Promissory not some Zambians, and we are okay with that. Lord does not choose. But we're pressing
Wabeba paka wanako kubepa baina kila fyabe okubepa.
Bali kwa chobuko problem tabatontonga yabali bazombi bali Mr. Buzombi. Go to your chief advisor. Your chief advisor Mwalanda Tiazozo alimipanga Buzombi. You don't think you lack critical thinking. You are not able to articulate issues. You are not able to put one.
You are not Zambians.
You can't even make a puzzle to say you wait in Africa. Na puzzle ya grade 1 abaje, you can't do it.
They are not Zambian. Well, they are Zambian wali bufunyamo mumutima mumwabu. They are not patriotic.
Go and make sure that whatever people are saying Padi Queen Pumi, you counteract it with lies. Now Mlela Ndong fits okay. We don't believe in lies, we believe in factual.
Parika tu kwacha shuafye wemwa umefe na mano 5 walikuwa tero wikere mumfifi takwete na mara ichweza mkurumbani madodo fya majododo
na mpelaka tu kwacha ndio kala definitely make sure land definitely
Parika tu kwacha
tetukwate Nelson
tell him in Bemba, maybe he will understand. Let me tell you, Mumujitonga, you have a pagatu quacha to where I took it Queen Pumi Pamuno or no someone. Or someone I took quacha who wolo no wundambida Yamalavi, she have Ubecha. Domuli de mega. In your max or Tamuliva Patitamu Tatamujisava into Avan. Chemuli Pagana Ganachi, Chemuli Pagana Ganachi.
Madam, you learn that she has been to school. Can you back some of the fair and dear Maru Mairo? Quevat, my school, my send a certificate, was a certificate, so that's why.
Where was she yet? I'm a certificate on Gavaji City, whichever I devari Pidabo Madi. Tawuya Chebai, the Mumu Tretawu, Hirimo, he did doyo, he nyani. Guri Yuga Mumutu. They can show a much tongue. Oh, Mumutu Tawu, Hirimutu, Guri Yuga, which you want to Chivaya. Why the Guri Pilamayo upper certificate? Pemunia about that in the doctor did. And what doctor would read? They go to Ranga Yoga, which you go. Be a living example of Yuaya. You know, but behavior. Uya bukaponya. muntu nawo ini kale ini blue bakwambira ati wamba ati ni red otalewa kwamba ati kapu iyo nja red kambo umuntu okulipira mutusebanya ali mubiya mebonande nawo ali kuchinja muyo bonani nga ndawuchinja imiyo wayimwiri mu Zambia nani nga kuchinja nani nga ndawuchinja bya kambo batusebanya
ati nibala kuna
batusebanya nawe uli kuchinja miyo meboni nachinja mitundu shimi ngakwali bakuchinja omutundu nga nali chinja yonse kurumba iya ube nani ube babona nani ube babona mungeri namba bona bamubona Jesus ngo isa Jesus ya ko balumba iya yonse or hintu na yalubanya tagu kwamba tibasei this is wrong tagu they cheer everything namo kapangwa buti nyo bantu no bambu fyonse kutotera mwe bantu bakwalesa ala motu sebanya mebona nali na wali waya kuchinja mihobo ombyo nguli mu malo wangu ninda uchinja kale ngakwali waya kuchinje mu imilopa twasendesha mitundu shimbi ngakwali kuchinja ngalali chinja because twali sebana I'm ashamed to even have my roots associated to my tribes yamo because they have no shame. They can't stand for the truth. Ube ka baby kera jitu achikulia yonzi. Oga pasa wa milk ka baby kulia. Oga panangu fresh milk na manzi. Nomba iwa umuntu umupati ya 5 senses oga jembara. Bantu kawa mi controller ube ni remote. Imwa Maxwell natamu ma brain yenu bali yashinda ula kula mtakati ni remote wale mitinika ula. You have no shame. Tuwalanda bwacha dina kwamba bya mujitonga ino nizanga bantu akambo meyo bandijima ali bali ndijimite cheba lumba ya yabuyanga obuga osambana taipa mkoshi wafala ati ndi mwaume but you can't use your brain babila sakasha kamipoke fya ma brain yo amipera because my brain they are useless to some of you. You can't see logic, even the logic is in front of you, you can't see it. Just accept it in your way. You are a weakling of all page yangu inandilia page yako chincho yita page yangu ungobola page yangu to convince me. You just ma followers bonga yeyo. Pemnya oliwa niza uli gweta kukwata abaga intuligisi abanoligisi. But mumutwe tagu ulibo hyuga. Because you can't think and reason as a man. You are being remote controlled. Shame on you. Before I block you, write one small silly comment in the blocking.
Madam President, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Shanwa Caleb.
Caleb Apostle. Chichigel. Tulifia nomination wala. Akalaba. Chicharo ichwatishwa tete. Sharungura. Tete matololo mumpiri. Monica. You know, like these people are writing all these things they're writing here. And they're also talking about school. I've come to know something about school which people don't understand. That wisdom is not being taught in the classroom. And all those things we go to school. I'm not against school, but they've got limitation. Out of, let me say, maybe 100 or 1 out of 10, the things we learned from school, that work my industry, so we just use 5% of those things. Those theory things or practical things they put there, they don't even work. And even a fool can even go and get a degree and a PhD, but he can't perform. I've seen that. So they're talking about school. Okay, fine. They're talking about school. Here's the economy here. We are the KK group. But KK is not a primary school teacher. But see what a primary school teacher did. Shame on you. Because we're going to son. A man that put industries everywhere. And he was fighting. He had internal angles and external angles. He was fighting the Americans. He was fighting the Britons. He was trying to secure Africa. But if you saw that speech when he was reading and when he was saying what he was saying, go back and check his body language. It was not telling with his shoulder. Because whereby the big man had nothing else to lie, but now Kusamkwanda Telepanga airport. We want to Aqualisa. Well, airport. These are the same people who said, Balungu Balepanga airport, Tashachinja economy. Who's going to be flying on those airports? Balepanga Kundurana ku Nakeke International Airport. But today, our president says he is putting up 3 airports. I was like, Jesus Christ. Why can't we get that money to go and put up satellite farms? I'm a farm where we use ZNS and then we employ the local people. You remember that land they wanted to give the Kenyan farmers in Serenje? Why can't we get that money and get the equipment ZNS has, and then we go and put up a farm there? We farm, we feed ourselves, and we sell the excess. Not the airport. Airport for what we want to acquire this? Yes, we need them, but not now. They're not a priority. No, we're not in the need of an airport.
Yakusendera pamabwe.
But
Nikwesa balebika. Yakusendera mabwe. Atikuchi insalite?
Yes.
So Chinsali and where else? Yakusendera pamabwe. My precious stones. So
Yes,
Mukamona, maybe those airports will be done. So they'll be using it to extract the minerals.
Yes, because you know what Chinsali is? On the left side, on the right side, when you're going to the northern part, up to Mchinga, that's where, is it Rwangwa National Park is, or Rwangwa South Park from Petauke, ila Durikira Kuria. Most of our national park, there are minerals, we know. Because in Petauke, there is gold there and other stuff. But we do not need airports. What we need
They
is
need it.
agriculture.
So he was just announcing it that they are going to put those airports to extract the minerals. That's the part he missed to say. They need those airports to make it easy to move the minerals out. Because ama roads, bad if you want to. So we have to read the fine print.
So, in short, it's not the Zambian government sponsoring those airports, but their friends.
No, it is us. Remember, they always use it. Napsa tawabude mpia shabazi shabena napsa. Kukulo mse.
Yes, but it will be indirect whereby some money will be pushed in, like some loan, IMF or whatever.
Yes,
to do that.
But they'll sign the loan on the Zambian name, but the benefit, actual people will benefit from those airports. Niyawe na wakalashita mabu.
What is the dual carriageway? Madam President, if you see what is happening, the veteran for molasses.
Imagine 4 years later,
4 years, veteran for molasses, and then you see a full-grown man supporting if you have a here. So me I tend to wonder, nishibari burobongo wako wa mfumia mwabika pa shoulder. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, is it a month ago or 2 months ago, Vari Pokama toll gate along Great North Road? Because the agreement was with that company and saying, so that they can use that money to to repair the old Great North Road, which they did not. So the toll gates around Great North Road were Bapoka. But now, if you see what is happening, Kuno already, I think people who are here in Zambia, now monitoring for and today it was looking like it's gonna rain. But I'm sure the first week of October, October, it's going to rain, and then so the more they prolong the project, the more it becomes expensive.
Mm.
That's how projects are. And then I pray in the name of Jesus Christ that sitting there in Parliament, that is his last sitting there, should not come back.
If it ever lasts, because today he was supposed to report what he has done. Number, he reported more projects. So now
Load shedding. How do you say that we are not sleeping when you have increased the number of countries where you are supplying power? Okay, fine. That quite line. They reported that we have bumper harvest. So in bumper harvest, yale lokafya pa karita pa penfepa, yale lokako kariba. Yale lokako kumunirunga.
Balashtisha Maize, yeah.
Yale lokafya futi kuzimba, yale lokafya kuzimbabwe kula kuside. But Zimbabwe load shedding in 2 hours. As I'm talking to you right now, but then we'll manage to buy this Kasola thing, but how many people can manage to do that? People of Baba Shop, holding machine, people are not working. If you drive this time, Bambino Bambo called Chirena. Ushuku. Endo Shali Goku Wombanomba. What's your song about Varia Way?
Yeah. Oh, my dear. The way I to Aquarius. Yeah. I swear. Baba, Nakuluka, good to see you. Long time. Yeah.
God blessed us with rains. God blessed us with rains. We had enough rains, yeah? But now we have increased. 8 countries are getting our power. Yale ya malaiti. And then washukuru wandu kisa na feti yota tulelala. Alabala basmana mulipiro bala batima president. Kisa pemkusa tamuka fish village tik.
Tabalelala zonga tabakashikyo munabo tabakulala. Eyo tabalelala tabashiko munabo echo tabalelala bakashikyo munabo bakalala. Bakakwata peace. Hello, Anakuru people. How are you? Indosh. I'm coming number Muzambia, Misewo. We're today shimpa.
Looking beautiful, my president.
Ready, aye. Chishoti na chiku ni chibubus. Nde umfe na totela. Thank you. Yeah, na totela mui ready. Na totela mama.
Kwa chichi apostle mwanamfumu munifewe no gonze. Kwa tulifewe no katrishimwe. Shimpa tulifewe no chili tabuleja.
Kutusha mwandini. You have to rest. Kutusha mwandini. Anto bari kubaingira fye mu comedy no mama politics bari leka kula tafye fye ma comedy fya kula seka fya kula. Pa internet.
Ai kavakuri.
Yeah. Bareke.
Wema na action mama. Atilanda kona umo kumachitira bomboku. I that the Robijera couldn't get a moon, I think he had checking about. I mean, a moon, I'm not much about it, but I become a Mashan na smuggler. I'm not smuggler and I'm wing and the feature. So in the gate, Petafia Mumurunati, and the Kavaka Chita and Tunga Lima. Now I have to shoot a pamushi in our Kabasan, some Muru.
Acha kabiri namba bale fa afyo kula endera mundeke. Mwali mwana bana lumango kundola security ba kwetene na litina. Nati bana lumango fi balenda na bana lumango kula enda kwati ba mafia fi dama mafia benda. Did you see the police the way balina bana lumango? Mumone video ko bali ko kumalwansha kundole fyo balenda. I don't know poidi. I'll try to send it to you. Yeah.
Madam President, then I share our police today when I was driving going Matsababa Road, then Monday Bridge and Greatest Road. Baba Bridge they were all armed.
Imagine abakapokula kuma Land Cruiser bale swinging on one side quad 4 nama AK-47 naba mukati naba le swinging na kukunse ya kuli ya Land Cruiser. I'm just like ine shot mona profia so. Yes. Fila tumona kukua mama mafia fia wenda mama mafia. Praise no bana chimuzambia bana lumango bengalaenda so
no bamwana na mrenda filafi ati mpite ifeta muishi bena babikire ila basukusa mu mamoto lelo basalisa ishamba mwine mwinge
ndemye bafire umfuisho obubinga wamuna bana lumango security bakwete. It makes you wonder.
Ufika video uflawe pa
ubufi to abepo msango ya bonse mwana bepa pomwa mo shachira mabuga fya babo abako bepa fye mo gwachira mo mairo mwa bepe kashina ngiro balele kuruta balele bepa mo kubepa
ero mama na futi epo yashtikirira kusaino mine idia palipa is it palipa 4 ero bena baya ku after is it 4-5 days ero baya break. That was an emergency. They were supposed to run and go and check what is happening.
That's why na what is this masala mine kuliyokwa masala market.
Masala market.
Ata abantu bale ipichila ve but at the I saw videos of her entourage. Fila kwale bati bakaunda bale sakwale fe miotoka. But this time in the entourage is military. Kashinga ni ba paramilitary nga ni ba police nama AK-47.
No mako kwenye into ala dinango be shufi ne bala take shani but if you UPND if you want man no let that I don't think you get up and go and do that nonsense.
You know the people are not following them but they just have this police in their detail like if
what are we doing or what am I doing?
Kaide abatumine phone bale shimika mairo ati awe bali ati bana lumango bali twala message kwe bati utakfiri bwino ati abantu tabale baposa kona mano ko balele
wano now ya never feel that police force why push shani abantu fe ole for push muji because once you get there I go that okay if these people have to kill me let me die, let me go and die for my people, let me go and talk to them. Manaigaleni hapa tulanshani. Ntakukeni momoso ba polisi mimi nyuko ngaba kunjipale keni banjipale keni file pacharo cha.
Awo bana lumango kutiwa bana lumango she can be. Badabana kashi. Bali she bata abantu tabafire. She has said the very contentious issues. Atero
because she doesn't because Madam President he doesn't think. I don't think she will sit down and analyze it to say if you and how is it gonna sound to people? How is it gonna look to people?
Atero abantu bali mitemfu amafumo nikumpiko ko bale shimika chukulia amafumo. Atnawa kuri bonse bali mita. Atwale to batimito ofole.
800 kwacha.
Yes, I saw abantu balimita, but I don't think you are happy.
Is it in the other way they call it over here? At baby booming.
No, I'm a baby boomers. The people who were born in a certain after the Second World War.
One day.
Yeah. No, but what's in Piashali? I don't think it.
For life for that child, yes, I can do that shit. But if you don't any no, can't you get on them? In 9 months, if you don't go to Chipatala, Tefio, Wakula Continental, Murefo, if Moriana, Nissan, Yarisagana, to go to the for once ahead of wishing they could have been Bawading our for all you. I want to get Bawad, never for Baba, I got to position Maxuki.
Very true.
Yawira mleba wa dimudia ni fu anwa kusuka no mwana apusuka nyama awe mwapusuki mwalimu va uisa ati mwapape ni mwapape ni. No, they don't say that way. They say mwapusuke bantu kulikumfa kuli abantu bala kwali yole papo mwana wafu na 800 wafu ya kuyasha no baba ni bukishe mwana ni hali for papa 8. Stupid are the mentalities that people have. And they told themselves that they are educated, and you come and just bring up and create this kind of nonsense for stupidity.
Kulia wanje batindishe kwa kulwimbolo.
Lwimbo should maka wani.
Ati memory inono.
Damte chintu hicho.
Nuko ifurasha.
At memory inono.
Just have to think as you were, you are a mother and you know how it is to carry him. You know how it is to carry a pregnancy.
Bafye kumababu shebala kwameta wakatana na boyfriend. Kutoa fya ba kumababa imita.
Nangule sali ebeda sandaneni. Nika sandaneni with the reason you feel what tontonga shebala na sandaba ndapalo. Na ala balishi sala fuikeshe. Mwanga pepo ukusandaba na right now. Yes, I do not sandaneni, but we have to use the breastfeeding.
Alamuzanja muliama problems. You know September nishiba kutula USAID yani shibale kokupera.
And you just because the male folk fear what kind of nonsense and bullshit is that?
Kabiri kwa limiti nomba
Imita ufole nifipatana bonge tamaba na party ya kumofya na mai. Mpapa na mai ala mpapila papa na ala pasimenti yepo ampapila. Who does that?
Ngabala chitenge ni chapo ni pasimenti.
Mwana ngatakwe kesha kumpomba mwelo ala afola kama mpela hapo pena tukashtia ile imita ufole.
Instead of sending that money to the hospitals, ukuya mkuwamye chipatala pia bana mayo. You know. Yes, impie shonga watu mine kukipatala. Yeah.
Which happened to Friday? Did we do that nonsense in Congress?
Era wakaunda badi ba primary school teacher nomba.
Everything was there. Everything was there. Konkola mine hospital fidaya. Babu tuale kati konkola mine hospital fidaya le mwenekaka. Nonsense here.
Ero balelanda tulefa abama masters kuba president.
It is not about the masters being a president.
Balefa ama professors. They want professors.
The many masters na ngunda kwata ma masters mama. Ngata wako ata ali amano ya chifiendo ya yale sanu nda kwa ya number 6. You can't do shit.
Yes. Very true.
Twali kwata pano bali twebati tufule twakwata basambirira ebo balefa ya presidency.
Efika tulufya nyapa kwa dama mama kusabeka chala basambirira mayasi.
Awe na ibemba lero pano na ibemba. Na ibemba.
Yo, lero 37 years old. Yari kwa tapo masters.
Masters, masters. There was a saying who say education is a scam. Some people say I know I'm good in English. People say I don't know. I told you that education is a scam. If you don't know what the book that you are studying for English, you don't know. You just know how to write English and read it. When you don't know the person that wrote that book.
When I could film one of the judge in I tell people not passion of English, but I have a grade 12 certificate. No one who couldn't be filming a little of me, but never I found the PhD. What did they invent people themselves? Nothing. They haven't invented nothing. Children in China can invent something. The children in China or India can invent something. It hasn't been to masters and PhDs.
If your papa in Zambia,
what are they inventing?
Kapali. Bambi, they can't even. Bambi, all feel no kulandira balanda. You know, they can't even stand for the right thing.
It's this one but you what intelligence wish. The bigger intelligence of the two.
Kakuri, Kuko, ni follow. Ni walumba ni madoda.
Masters my food.
Yeah, masters.
See a zero full sec.
Oh, nam caripalero, the Friday. Vanakuna ba peparero.
And no man never quick shine. Number change to Ombera Ganj. Ngare cherera area mkuomba. Hello. Are cherera omuntu area mkuomba te kufora.
Kufora. Ufuna kukola kali wabomba pasate afika wafora walisha abana walipiro toma bills. Wabika kona ka kubika savings pano.
Kai kuri nale konga ku media wanani kani katwishingani wanani kani yabo ati bali balesha okufora batinshi babomba ku ZDNS nomba fenshi bacherera mukubomba ngata bali basala te kutumbo
ku ZDNS icon ZDNS kule control amabwe ni strategic ministry mwafa ba apostle ZNS is a strategic ministry ere controla mabwe ya chalo na landi ya chalo. So because kulia ekwaba strategy ni strategic ministry because like if you say your natural resources ZNS I control ama famu ama mine kulia kuine so nishita bamutwalire kumbi bamutwalire fe kujya kwini ero marasanga na ansa yenda
omuntu wombo kwabula okufula
kabiri womba mwibala akulali ya mwibala so ingatafolere mwanshiba ingatafolere salary bamufolesha wa aifolesha 10 kg ya gold ni shaba chapela pesa
tinafola na shia straight direct deposit. So imota mashimone
moneni kuzedene se ba controller mabwe tafole le salary ale for 10 kg of gold every week ni shinge ni millionaire instant millionaire so mwina tuve party yo takula fola munshi ya shindi tale bomba na imwe takukuma kuno kumkuloela saladi kuya mkuimba mabwe ili bwefyeri mu mwalimu na dije bweli akaba bossi munenje wa pape ne ukala control evintu kulia just wait and see
So, therefore, we shako, Madam President, I want to ask.
But mwe bantu banshupa alefa yandi show wimbo. Opo taba. They can briefly. Banshupa. But pa Facebook, let me play it briefly. Erobalea.
I caught my stepson spying on me in the shower, at the same time that my husband used this trick to get hard.
Badi ya na laisala no kwisala pa Facebook, but na chako. Vafulunyemba. Va praise singer. Va praise singer. Niva fulunyemba. Va Facebook. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you, Charles Mwandishishako. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Isaac. Good night. See you tomorrow.